Hello, welcome to Sheepdog Says. I'm Sheepdog, and today has been one of those days where have you ever had it where you just want to plan out like a plan of action for how things are going to go, and you got it in your head, and you think, yeah, that's nice and simple. I've got it all lined up, and every single bit of that I planned today just went to the wall in the most cartoon-like fashion as you could imagine. First things first, Kirsty went to Wimbledon today. So while she was there, it was my job to pick up Lampup, Bosco and the baby from their nurseries and after school clubs. So when I got to work, I explained to them I needed to leave 15-20 minutes early because if traffic hit, I was never going to get to both of them in time. Leaving 15 minutes early meant I could get from work to Deepin, no problem. So I thought, that's that sorted. Now, I also was expecting a delivery today, and in my wisdom, I thought I shall get it delivered to Kirsty's mum and dad's because if I get it delivered there, they're home, they're retired, it'll all be good. I forgot that Kirsty's mum was going with her to Wimbledon, so I thought it's okay, her dad's home, he'll get it. So then I had a third iron in the fire, and that was that I'm doing my testosterone gel every day that I mentioned on another video. But when I go on holiday, I don't want to have to do that. I don't have to carry testosterone to America and rub it on my belly every morning. I won't be able to swim for 4 hours. It'll be an absolute logistical nightmare. It'll do my head in. So I asked the doctors if I could move on to testosterone jabs. Just one injection every 6 weeks. After a while, it'll become every 12 weeks and then every 18 weeks. And then that's how often I'd have it, once every 12 to 18 weeks. So I'd got that sorted. I had a blood test. I rang them today and I said, I need to have the injection by Friday or it's too late. And they said, oh, we'll sort out with the doctor whether that's okay. So I had to wait for that. That was a faff. They kept calling me back, telling me they weren't sure. I was asking questions. I mean, to be fair to them, after the third call, they said it was fine. Come in on Friday, have the injection. I then asked whether I needed to put the gel on before the injection, and they didn't know, so they had to make me wait another hour to find out whether I could or couldn't put the gel on. So that was sorted, but it was a palaver. So it was like a third thread running through. My poor boss, I said to him, I need to leave early. I also need Friday off because I don't know what time I'm having this injection. I don't know whether I'll have any side effects. I'll work from home. So he was like, okay, fair enough. So I felt like I was just ask. So then, while on the phone, I got an email to say that my delivery had been attempted, but no one answered the door when they knocked. So they said, sorry, you're going to have to pick it up tomorrow. And I was like, no, I need that delivery today. I wanted that delivery today. I was really looking forward to it coming. It was important. I need to figure this out. So I spent 25 minutes on hold to Royal Mail trying to sort it out. They kept trying to ring the sorting office to see whether they'd had it back or whether they could get through to a postman to tell them to come back and deliver it. All this rigmarole. My father-in-law had been out walking the dogs and he'd missed the delivery. All this palaver. So I'm just faffing at this point, and I'm thinking that plan's gone wrong. The doctor's plan's in a faff, but it's okay. I'll leave early and get the kids, and all will be well. After faffing around for way too long trying to sort out the delivery and thinking it was going to be at the Peterborough sorting office, I rang my father-in-law just to ask him what was written on the slip, and he said it told me to go to the post office, which is just down the road, not to the sorting office. I was like, oh, okay, that's easy. I wish you'd said that when I rang the first time. But I rang them. They said, yeah, if you get here before 5:30, it's all fine. You can pick it up. And I looked at the timing and I thought, okay, I need to get the baby before 6. That is hands down. I have to do it. I thought Lampup and Bosco, I have to get them by 6, but their nursery is a bit more understanding. It'll wait 10 minutes if it needs to. I thought I'm leaving at 2:45. If I can get to the post office by 5, then I'll have more than enough time. So I had to rely on the roads being perfectly clear. And oh my God, I was nervous and tense. And I was getting to the point where most of the journey was fine. When I got to Deepin, I got to admit I was getting road rage because people were stopping at the zebra crossing when nobody was there and just looking left and right, waiting to see if anyone was coming. And I'm like, will you just move? And then they were stopping at the roundabout and looking around. And I'm thinking, I get it. They're probably just being tentative. But at this point, I was really, really wound up because I thought I've got 20 minutes to get to the post office before they shut. And I think I've got enough time to get the kids. It'll all run. But then I rang my father-in-law, just on the off chance. I don't know why I did it, but I rang him and I said, I'm just coming to get the slip from you. Can you just have it ready at the door? And he said, oh, no, I took it to your house. And I just went, no, because I'd already was already on my way to his house. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just thought it'd be easier for you if I dropped it off at your house and you know, Kirsty picked it up and went and got it for you tomorrow. And I was like, well, I'm driving to you to get it. So he's like, never mind, it's by the door. So I frantically drove back to mine, got it. Got to the post office, there was no queue or anything. Just walked in, handed him a slip and took it. And I was like, okay, I'm massively over worried about what I was going to do with this. Went and got the baby, went and got the kids. We had so much spare time. We went to McDonald's actually. And I just thought, I think it must have been about 10 to 6 at this point. And I thought I would never have made it if I hadn't been let out of work earlier. But I did feel like I'd turned it into a tiz. The kids were very excited though. And to continue this story, I'm going to cut to a clip I recorded earlier where I asked them about why they're excited. So I'll see you on the other side of that clip. Are you too excited?
Yes!
Why are you excited?
Because we got a new Nintendo Switch.
We did. There it is. We got a Switch with the red and blue bumper things. We got a Pro Controller, Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, Mario Rabbids, and Pokken. Lamp up. What game should we play first?
That one.
Mario Kart. What do you want to play first, Bosco? You want to play Pokken first? I think we should play Mario Kart first.
Yes.
But then, before Lamp Up goes to bed and before you go to bed, we'll have a game of Pokken, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. We have a Switch. I don't know how I managed to convince Kirsty to let me get it, but I'll explain on the video in a minute.
And I do have I do like a house.
Say bye, Lamp Up.
Bye.
Say bye, Bosco.
Bye.
Our house is a mess. So there we go. We got a Nintendo Switch, and you can see why I was so desperate for the postman to deliver it. Because being the child I am, I'd already worked out that if we didn't get it tonight while Kirsty was at Wimbledon, I wouldn't have a chance to sit and play it with the kids, teach them how to play it, because tomorrow England are playing in the World Cup, and that means that it would be Thursday night before we got to have a proper game on it. And at that point, I'd have just lost my patience waiting. How I got the Switch, well, we bought it, is the long and short of it. But as I explained to my colleagues yesterday, what I basically did was I was on the very website buying some shorts, and the site said to me that if I spend an extra £20, I could buy now, pay in a year on the shorts. And I thought, okay, interest free for a year. I'm going to own a Switch within a year. So I said to Kirsty, can I get a Switch on this buy now, pay later in 12 months thing? I don't have to pay for the shorts for a year either. And she kind of thought about it for a bit, and we went back and forth for ages on that. But she deliberated, and she came back and she said, yes, thumbs up, go and do it. So I did, and there we are. I used my Amazon vouchers to get Pokken and the other game, not Mario Kart. Mario Kart came with it. It's either Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey that I bought separately. I think I got the Odyssey Rabbids pack, so it was Mario Kart and Pokken that came separate with the Pro Controller. We've had the most fantastic evening playing on it. I started off Mario Kart, as I said in the video. I knew Lamp Up was going to be decent at it because she plays it on the 3DS. It's one of the few games she's excellent at. Bosco, I just anticipated being a nightmare, to be honest. I anticipated him just going veering off the side, crashing, throwing a wobbler, going nuts, and it being World War II. Now, I regret that. I feel bad for that because he was actually amazing. I mean, he didn't finish in the high. I think his record finish was 6th, which out of 12 for a 5-year-old is pretty good, to be fair. But I couldn't believe it. He just 3, 2, 1, go. He goes. He just rode off for the first sort of lap and a half. He was on every race. He was in the top 3. I think what he needs to get better at is using the weapons and avoiding the weapons, because the second he gets hit by a bomb or a shell, he just falls back to 10th and then he can't make up the ground. I'm sat there in first place going, Bosco, Bosco, Bosco. Use your weapon, Bosco. Bosco, your weapon. Bosco, your weapon. I'm looking up and I'm 3rd. So I'm trying to look at mine whilst looking at his and telling him what to do. And he's going, I am. I'm like, you're not. I can still see you've got 3 mushrooms. I can still see them. Use them. But the best thing was that wasn't like angry, oh, use it. It was just, Bosco, use your weapon, come on. And he'd be like, he'd finally use it and he'd shoot ahead and we'd finish the race, we'd be high-fiving all round and it was great. It was just really nice to just be sharing that with him and no one getting stressed at each other and no one getting annoyed. Lamp Up was always around the 5th, 4th mark. I think she got, bless her, progressively worse throughout it because we were doing harder levels. Bosco was just consistently, he never fell off the track, but he just wasn't quick enough. And I think part of that was because he kept picking the motorbike and I kept saying that cars are faster, so use a car. I convinced him in the end to use one and that's when he finished 6th. So I do think that was part and parcel of it. Lamp Up kept picking odd wheels on hers, and I don't know how much of a difference that makes. This is our first time playing it, but that's a really cool game, and it looks so good. I was trying to explain to them that in my day, as a kid, where our TV splits into 4 so we can all play, the square that she's looking at for her one character, we used to play with that cut in 4, and she just thinks we lived in the dark ages now. Once we'd played about 8 races in that, which I didn't win all of them. Not even, I mean, I beat them, but I didn't win them all on a computer. I need some practice. We then went on to play Pokken Tournament. Now, I did set the handicap, so Bosco had 150% health and I only had 80% health. But that little git beat me. He beat me on every fight, pretty much. And I was trying for fights 2, 3, and 4. I kind of held off in fight 1 to let him find his feet, but fight 2, 3, and 4, I wanted to win, and I didn't. Lamp Up played him and he nearly beat her, but then she beat him and he did throw a little bit of I'm really unhappy, but then he did throw a little bit of I'm really unhappy, but then he kind of calmed down because he was just so hyped about the game. He was frustrated he didn't really know the controls, but that was even more insulting because he didn't know the controls and he was thrashing me. And he wasn't even doing a button mashy type thing, which I kind of resorted to. But no, they're really happy. They're really chuffed. They're loving it. I've still got the Rabbids game to show them, and I want to play Mario Odyssey with Kirsty when she gets home at some point tonight, if not in the week. I'm so pleased we finally got one, and I've figured out a way to do it that future me can worry about. I can just enjoy it today and worry about it next year. But anyway, yeah, and that's my crazy day. I don't think there's anything else. I didn't upset anyone today. I think the postman thought I was an idiot. I think all the postmen thought I was an idiot. I rang the sorting office, the Royal Mail helpline, and told them it was urgent and I desperately needed the item today. And he said to me, what is the item? And I basically stumbled, thought, you can't say it's a Switch. He'll just shut the phone down. So I said, it's a bit personal, to be honest, mate. And he was like, oh, say no more. I'll see what I can do. He didn't do anything. He didn't help me. So, I mean, I don't feel too bad kind of twisting the logic there. But, yeah, I'm disappointed actually with that. But I'm pleased I got it sorted. And it's such a beautiful little piece of kit. I can't wait to get more into it and see what else it can do. And it means now I've got 3 months until the new Pokemon game comes out. 4 months? I've lost track. 3 months it must be, which is exciting. That's enough for me today anyway. And that's enough of me banging on about wanting a Switch now. I never have to worry about that again. I've got it. It's in the bag. I don't know if you can add friends on it, but if you can, send me codes and stuff and I'll add you and maybe we can fight it out on Pokken. I don't even know. On Mario Kart, I don't even know if we can play each other on these games, but if we can, awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. Sorry if the editing's a bit off on this one because I accidentally said their names a few times and stuff like that, and I kind of like keeping English Bosco and Lamp Up, so I like to edit it. I'm sure people already know the names anyway, but I just want to, I don't know, not broadcast it. As I say, thanks, and I'll see you tomorrow.